'Tis I, Fat Cow. Foodie Beauty is taking the piss. She knows what she's doing. She doesn't have much control over the actual physicality of the excessive eating, but she still knows what she's doing because she doesn't have to film it. She wants us to respond. She wants us to get annoyed and repulsed and, give her some coverage, let's say. Well, I find it all very boring and manipulative. So, there. That was my response. But it does lead me on to something else. I have been asked, on occasion, whether Foodie Beauty or ALR believe the lies they tell us. And I want to respond with my personal opinion. It's not that Foodie Beauty and ALR necessarily believe what they say. It's more a case that neither of them can believe that we don't believe them. That's where they become incredulous, if that's the right word. They don't. They know what they're saying is bullshit, regardless of whether they say, well, I believed at the time, or I'm allowed to change my mind. But the fact of the matter is, both of them, being narcissists, not just narcissist as a label to throw around narcissist, being people that almost definitely, in my opinion, have NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. In other words, clinically they're narcissists. They believe with their whole hearts that they are more intelligent than the average bear. And therefore, the fact we don't believe their deception is what they get angry at. And subsequently, they will fight tooth and nail to make us believe this lie that they know is a lie. And it will get so involved, they will start to believe the first fallacy. They spend so long fighting their corner to try and make us believe their obvious lie that it will get to a point their brain will start to believe the deception. So when they say it initially, they don't believe it, but in time they will. Which leads me to some other stuff that kind of connects. You've heard of body dysmorphia. It's everywhere. How when you see yourself, you do not see yourself as you actually are. You will see yourself in a negative way. You will think, my nose is too big, or I am too fat, or I am just ugly. Well, there is such a phenomenon as reverse body dysmorphia. This is where a person will view themselves as being more attractive or slimmer or appealing than they actually are. Now, you know where I'm going with this. It's very obvious that both ALR and Foodie Beauty have reverse body dysmorphia. ALR herself has said she gets surprised when she sees herself for what she actually is, because in her mind she is much smaller. A lot of us have a very critical inner self and are quite negative about ourselves. We think we are less than, what we actually are. We have self-doubt. We have, as I said, an inner critic. I want to propose that both Amber Lynn and Foodie Beauty have something that is akin in similarity to reverse body dysmorphia, but in the vein that we have an inner critic, we have doubt, we question ourselves, we, ponder upon our actual abilities to do stuff. Both Foodie Beauty and AmberlynnReid have what I am going to name reverse personality disorder, where they're in NPD in part, along with other personality disorders and possible diagnoses. They see themselves as significantly more noble and better and fair and intelligent and forgiving and more moral people than they actually are. You see, they might lose their temper, they might rage on occasion, they might do deceptive things and be suspicious in character in terms of revenge or trying to get their way, manipulative, let's say, for want of a better word, and prone to the occasional bout of psychological manipulation, emotional blackmail, actual bribery, that nature. But they do not see these things for what they are. In their brain, they're just doing what's best to get what they want. But here's the kicker. It's not an issue because they deserve it. They deserve to get what they want because they're such fucking fantastic people. And they're so hard done by. The victim cards are strong in these two. Life has been hard. Life is cruel. And they have been unjustly treated by everything and everyone. Now, most of us will acknowledge life is hard and life can be cruel, but we haven't been targeted per se. It's hard and cruel for everyone, and just because life has been a bit shit or incredibly shit to some of us, we don't feel like we deserve compensation from life for what it has given us. My life has arguably been shit, but I don't think or feel that I deserve some prize or reward for having lived it. In my opinion, it's something that had happened to me, and I am well aware that these things happen to pretty much everybody at some point in their life. Doesn't make me special or unique or some kind of heroine in mine and other people's stories. If you blend the NPD with the strong identity as being a victim, you have two people who feel like life owes them. They feel misunderstood and misjudged and very much trodden upon. And they also feel like they deserve everything they want in life. And all this pushed together in one humongous ball times two is Foodie Beauty and AmberlynnReid in a nutshell. A very, very large nutshell. I mean significantly bigger than a coconut.